So historically, August, while not the driest month of the year, it's one of the more dry months we have. Of course, you get the spring rains, March, April, May, June, and then by July and certainly August, we're really turning that spigot off. And that's what's been happening, of course, around here lately. Northwest Arkansas monthly average rain on top, River Valley here on the bottom. Good news is, while, yeah, we are experiencing some increasing drought, I'll show you the latest data here in a second. We typically turn things around relatively quickly come September, and certainly October is typically a pretty good month for us rainfall wise. We could use some. This is last week's drought monitor. We get the new drought report every Thursday morning. Not a lot to it last week. Carroll County starting to see some of what we call abnormally dry conditions. That's going to be the yellow here. But when we look at the latest, what you're going to see here is that expanded much more across the area. It's still not technical full-blown drought, but this is one of those precursors to a drought developing. In fact, the Climate Prediction Center put out a note tonight that said almost all of Arkansas and all of our friends here in East Oklahoma have a risk over the next 8 to 14 days of seeing what's called a flash drought, a rapid onset drought. Think of it like a flash flood. It's just a drought, just the opposite. It happens pretty quickly out there. We'll see. I think if we can turn things around going into September, maybe we can avoid that. In the short term, we're looking at little to no rain chances over the next 10 days. Yeah, we've got those pop-ups here and there, but generally speaking, those don't often add up to much at all. At best, between now and Tuesday, we're thinking likely less than a half inch for sure, probably closer to a tenth at most across most of the area. Here's Futurecast going into tomorrow afternoon. This is 4 o'clock. We start to see a couple of those pop-ups around. Not a big surprise. We've had these in the forecast for the last several weeks, really. These will fizzle out once the sun sets, and we'll do it all over again going into Saturday. Probably going to do it again on Sunday. Here's the big picture. Ridge of high pressure, heat dome, we track it all summer long, right? It's got that jet stream way to the north, and if there's any relief at all to be found in terms of rain chances or cooler temperatures, it's on the north side of that jet stream. And you'll notice tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, nothing really changes. If anything's changing at all, it's that ridge of high pressure is situating itself right on top of us here, and it's getting a little bit stronger. As it does, we're getting a little bit warmer every afternoon. But notice what happens by around Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. We start to find that ridge shifting back off the west. Here comes that jet stream, a little bit of a dip, trough of low pressure right there. That is going to allow some slightly cooler temperatures to track our direction. It's not going to be a big cool down, but we'll trade 97 Tuesday afternoon for by Thursday a high of only 90. In the River Valley, we're hovering right around 100 almost the rest of the week. Into the weekend, first couple of days of next week, and we'll see about a 5-degree drop there by Thursday. It's not much. Best I could do for you though. 10-day forecast rather doesn't show a lot of changes. A pretty typical August pattern with temperatures each and every day warming up a little bit above average with overnight lows not cooling off a whole lot. We're only dropping into the mid-70s for the most part, which means those air conditioning units not getting a lot of break at all. Even with that front moving into the area, let's say late next week, about a week from now really, we're going to see overnight lows in the River Valley drop into the 70s, highs there into the low 90s. Yeah, it'll feel a little bit better. Not necessarily sure I want to call it full-blown relief, but maybe we can get us another cold front on the heels of that one. Unfortunately, for the next 10 days, summer is in control.